No! 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 No!
Right. That pretty much sums up how I feel at this present minute. In the way he replies to people on YouTube is nothing short of astonishing. His arrogance beggars belief. And I've seen the other videos, and I'm going to address other things in his videos, right, as this video goes along. I'm hoping this video won't be too long, but I'm just going to, go through this video and essentially just reply off things that he says and just do it that way. And, oh my god, do I have to? Probably not, but, it's something to do sometime. And, I've come to the conclusion the guy can't be serious, that he's doing this for shits and giggles, but I'm going to do it anyway, because it's, something to do, going to record, and if he is being serious, then the video needs to be done. But we'll just see what he says.
For one, we don't live on a CGI ball, love.
No, we don't live on a CGI ball. We live on a physical, actual planet. So, yeah, you're actually right, Elio. You're actually right.
So, water doesn't have the ability to wrap and conform to the outside of different shapes.
Well, gravity, so, yeah, which is the thing you conveniently ignore in every argument.
Tower cranes don't have the ability to be dead still on a spinning ball, or
yes, but you need to understand size, scale, gravity, physics in general, to be quite honest with you.
or upside down, or side dead still on the side of a ball either. That's clearly ridiculous.
Gravity, my friend.
So I don't know what you're waffling on about, but we'll roll with it, my dear.
My dear? Huh? Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
As we continue to wrestle with the impacts of coronavirus.
Well, simple. You want to get shot at the coronavirus? Turn off your TV and stop listening to government. Simple as that. Because in my day-to-day life, this year and at the tail end, like flu season, I know less people who have died this year than in the last 10, maybe 15. So...
Oh, so just because you've personally known less people who have died from it, that means it's not happening? Is that what you're trying to suggest here? In America, about 120-something thousand people have died from it. In Britain, about 43,000 deaths. Now, where I'm from, in Wales, in Carmarthenshire, I think all of Wales have only had about a couple of thousand deaths, and I don't think it's actually got into Carmarthen itself so far. But I'm not going into coronavirus too much because, there are far more people more educated than I am that can deal with that sort of thing.
Coronavirus is just an overhyped pantomime.
Overhyped? Isn't it a fucking video game or a bloody new album from a band you love, for fuck's sake? It's a new virus that we don't know much about. This is the reason why this has been taken so seriously.
Which is being used to control and take people's rights away. Take
people's rights away? Oh, get a grip. What sort of rights? Hell, things are being relaxed, you bell end. People now, eventually in the UK in a week or so, people actually go back to the pubs. People can go to wildlife parks again. I've been able to go for walks for fucking months. And go to shops. I still work. I can spend money. I can go online, play games. What sort of rights have been taken away here? I don't really fully understand.
Businesses down and many other things.
Businesses down? Yeah, why would the government do that to their own economy? That makes no sense at all.
As well. Divide people up. So
divide people... Oh, here we go. The NWO crap.
The fact that now we've got the #1 pantomime company, NASA, supposedly coming to the rescue for some illness that is no worse than previous years is just a joke and shows how desperate these clowns are. They are. The game's up. They're found out.
They're not desperate. They've gone to NASA for fucking help. The whole world is trying to there's loads of companies trying to devise things that can help. I said this wasn't going to be about coronavirus, but it seems like it's going to be.
People like myself have called them out left, right and centre.
No, you haven't. Far from it. Your arrogance beggars belief in this detail.
Now they're having to pretend to be heroes of the COVID panto.
No, they don't pretend to be heroes at all. They've helped hospitals develop new equipment that eases people's, time in hospital and can help people recover. You're making this far more than it needs to be.
What a joke.
With its unparalleled technical and scientific expertise,
What, NASA?
Yeah.
Unparalleled scientific
Yes.
expertise. They're very good at CGI.
No proof of CGI whatsoever. You just merely want them to be CGI. Your incredulity is off the end of the scale, Elio.
They're one of the best storytellers out there.
That's purely your opinion, again.
And they're not bad panto artists either. They're pretty...
Dude, stop with the panto stuff. Honestly, I think that joke of yours has been used a little too much. You've shown no evidence of CGI, no evidence of fakery, no evidence of anything that you bring up. Right? And like I said, we've been over this. Your cranes do not prove that the Earth is a non-rotating planet. Simple as. And like I stated with you on the comment section yesterday, on Where's Wally's video, I stated, well, if the Earth's not flat, that means you must, believe in a dome. And you go, what bloody dome? Now you just make stuff up. So, what do you believe in then, Elio? So you think the Earth's flat, but you have no sort of concept of the shape of everything else. Right? This is my issue with you, that you're so uninterested in what NASA does. That's my issue. You're so uninterested in astronomy. And because you're uninterested, that means everyone else should be. I'm sorry, that's not how the world works. I mean, let's say for streamers' case, I'm not sure if anyone knows this chap. There used to be a Twitch streamer who now went to Mixer, now that's been shut down, called Ninja. He's apparently the biggest streamer in the world. EA gave him, Electronic Arts gave him like $50 million essentially to move from Twitch to Mixer. Oh, he's incredibly popular, blah, blah, he's now fucking rich. And yet I haven't watched a single video on him. I don't care, but I understand he's popular. You see the sort of connection there?
good at putting on a good pantomime. No doubt about it.
Jeez, your arrogance, honestly.
NASA has joined the fight against the pandemic.
So what are they planning on doing? Putting on pantomimes at care homes and at hospitals and letting off some fireworks? What's the plan, NASA?
On April 1st, NASA launched an agency-wide call
April Fool's Day. This was a long time ago.
for ideas for how we could leverage our unmatched capabilities to help the nation during...
Oh, I feel so much better now knowing that one of the best firework companies out there who...
Firework companies, you're suggesting that You're suggesting that their rockets are fake, do you? You're one of these ones that looked at the SpaceX launch and landing and just went, yeah, that's CGI. Whatever. So, no. You do understand, you're making more of this than there needs to be. This isn't... What you're picturing NASA's supposed to look like is Tony Stark from Iron Man 2. You know, thinking with, like, you know, 3D hard light holograms and, you know, fucking modern computers and having robots left, right and centre, like, make stuff for him. No, it's NASA... Like I've stated before, NASA is massive. And the stuff they do, and the stuff that they deal with, right? The stuff they make, the stuff they develop, the stuff they research, their partnerships with people. They're not just this company that just builds rockets. They're far, far, far more than that.
Pretty good panto as well. I've got our backs. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
in this trying time. From oxygen hoods to ventilators, NASA engineers and scientists have developed concepts and worked with partners.
So ventilators and oxygen hoods and developed concepts. Who would have thought?
What's wrong with that? Oxygen. You do understand how important oxygen masks and ventilators are, do you not? That those things can save people's lives and actually make their suffering, well, ease their suffering.
So the best the scientific community from NASA could come up with was oxygen hoods.
Yes, probably oxygen hoods that are more efficient, easier to make, cheaper to buy. you know, easier to repair, easier to clean perhaps, you know?
To quickly respond to the worldwide pandemic.
What a joke.
Respond.
Look what NASA's provided here. NASA's solution. Can anybody see how ridiculous all of this is?
What are you pointing out that's ridiculous? They're developing new oxygen hoods for people. What's so ridiculous about it?
I can smell the desperation coming through the screen. Look at the state of their oxygen hoods.
What state? Oh, do you actually know what oxygen hoods look like, do you? Do you know what they're meant to look like? Do you know? And you do understand these are probably prototypes. Like they state. You're making far more of this video than it needs to be.
The guy who's making the oxygen hoods hasn't even got sterile gloves on.
Do you know where this chap is? Quite clearly, he's in a fucking workshop, you moron. He's developing probably the prototypes, putting stuff together quickly. I don't think this is an actual manufacturing room that will then deliver to the hospital. Oh, good grief.
The worldwide pandemic. Join us on NASA Science Live.
Do you know what, love? I'm going to pass on that because you...
Oh, do shut up. I'm going to pass on this as well. Right. Let me just put it this way, like, I'm going to end it on this. This has been a bit of an angry one. I'm sorry if people have to lower their volumes down for my ramblings. But much like your Hubble Space Telescope video, right? You claim, you know, you mock it and do all this stuff, right? And you claim that every image that it takes is CGI. Even though that's not true. And did you actually supply any proof that that was CGI? Because I really don't think you did you? Right? No proof whatsoever. Right? And then did you actually bother to learn how how the Hubble Space Telescope was made, what it's made from, how it works, how it actually takes photos, how it develops those photos? You know, have you actually bothered? You have no desire to actually learn or understand anything in the field of science and astronomy. You have no desire to learn whatsoever. That's my main issue with you, is that you're just not interested. Right? And it's like me, you know, in terms of not being interested, it'll be like me reviewing an episode of Love Island. It's pointless. I'm not interested in Love Island. I don't care. And that's seemingly your perspective on things. Like I said, when people try and explain things to you, Elio, you're missing the point entirely. Essentially. You know, with that train with the water and the pen and the penny standing there. That was to prove, you know, basically the laws of motion. You know, and all this kind of stuff. But no. It doesn't have a crane in it, so therefore fake. Right? So, I'm done with you, to be quite honest with you. I found doing videos on you fun at first, but now you're losing the plot. You've just joined every other flat earther, you know, basically claiming everything is CGI and provide no evidence on proof just because you want them to be CGI. That's it, done. You're the same as every other flat earther, and it's frankly embarrassing. Like I said, pick up a goddamn science book from time to time and just learn, for goodness sake. Like I said, like this whole thing about, you know, them making everything. And like the what is it? The eclipse videos that you claim are all fake and CGI. And yet, well, what are they supposed to look like then, Elio? What makes you think they're CGI rather than just saying that they are? You know, did you actually know? And you do understand, right, in terms of astronomy and the heliocentric model, we have essentially all total eclipses, thanks to mathematics and science, mapped out for the next, like, 2,000, 3,000 years. Explain that one. You know? And like I said, do some observations on the part of science that you're not interested in, i.e. the sky and many other things. So the stars, the planets, the motions of everything. All of that, essentially, hands down by itself, proves the Earth's a globe and a sphere. And I'm going to ask you this question again. if it's not the Earth that's rotating, right, what makes the sky move then? How does it move? You're meant to be some sort of engineer, aren't you, because you work on a crane? Come on, please answer some simple questions. Do some simple observations. Right? Because your sort of, you know, demonstrable reality. And this is another question we're going to have. How is it pronounced? Is it demonstrable or demonstratable? Or is demonstrable just the easiest thing to say? Easiest way to say it? I have no idea. But hey, like I said, just pick up a book, do some reading. Hell, want to watch something, but I know you're never going to take it seriously. Watch Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's a hell of a good TV series and really goes in depth into the science and what goes behind our knowledge of space. But you're never going to do that because I know for a fact you're just going to basically pause every episode every 10 seconds and just go, well, this is bullshit. You know, so again, you know, whatever. Right, hope everyone's keeping safe. Have a nice evening. Good night. Good night, sorry, good morning. Just woken up.